Deal, good people. Jeter, gratitude is the attitude as usual. Wow. We about our marathon at all costs. We finna get it cracking. Another Black Box episode, the Wake and Bake Show. So I'm finna play a little something just to let the people gather as they gather, the Blue Wrench Mob and the Google Gang. Y'all know how we get down. As we sit down, we stand up and we man up on my mama Dola.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me a bag. 97 ways we gon' live it. Big Mac in the building. 97 ways we gon' live it. We gon' live it. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me up there.
100,000 feel like something when you're thumbing through it. Done it when some would say one would be dumb to do it. Running circles round rappers on their last lap. PayPal perhaps. Ass cap the cash app. Ass app is how I expect the next direct deposit. Positivity love phone posits check the closet. To say we touching paper is an understatement. Underground label running late, tell them run the payment. Executive decisions, check the balance. Time to monetize the talents, I accept the challenge. Memory a crazy tune, 111 A. Loco for my days, 97 ways.
97 ways we gon' live it. You can tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me a bag. 97 ways we gon' live it. Big Mac in the building. 97 ways we gon' live it. We gon' live it. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me up there.
Unable to fake it, fuck how they take it. Heard about the meeting, I was able to make it. Just sick of watching Sherm heads squabble each other while the judge steady handing out lottery numbers. It go down year round, ain't gotta be summer. Life's a bitch and niggas never get apologies from her. Dumber, big and little homies frequently locking. Don't see no other options, that's the reason they flocking. SPI ain't the nigga, how you figure fat? Gift the gab, every gig get a bigger bag. Either name your price or it's appropriation. Finesse game, nigga nice with negotiations.
97 ways we gon' live it. You can tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me a bag. 97 ways we gon' live it. Big Mac in the building. 97 ways we gon' live it.
Nigga with Nip Hustling. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the Black Box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
It's the homie Cook-Up Boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga Spider Low. Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low, that's my nigga.
Spider Low. Spider Low.
Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
You are now in the Black Box with the homie Spider Low, the most eastiest. Facts over feelings, keeping it a Google Plex. Feel my campaign.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
Google gang, straight legend. Google gang, SPI. Google gang, Google gang in here. You better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google, baby.
Bottom line, love life, show us a blessing. Pull up politic and blow us a session. Spot a local most easty, no mistaking the station. They making them statements, we waking and baking. Word of the day, EC on replay. The marijuana-thon with VJ Keyway, BS and BS. killing on the track. In the black box, we never put feelings over facts. Bay Machiavelli, run me the bread. I don't get mad, I get money instead. I be high, you can tell by a nigga eyes. But wise enough to enterprise, you dig a lies. Contemplating with the Google gang, conversating. Counting coins while these cowards in the comments hating. Only thing count, my count getting another comma. I'm a magnet to the money on my mother mama.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts press, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts press, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google, gang.
You can't keep it a Google, then don't mention me. Run a check through the set, I bet them niggas mention me. Red Bull and Hennessy, I keep the same energy. No matter on a solo or a couple homies with me. Tell them come get me if they want confrontation. I keep a couple shooters with me. And we right here waiting on shit to pop off. Take a nigga top off, you tempt me. All that BS, you can miss me. Slide down Century, doing about 60 in the gutter lane. Faded off yak and drop the pistol, hopping out the rain. I won't change, keep it a Google the only way. Mention me, I come out and play. That's on the gang. We're not the same. I ain't nothing like these rap niggas. Hanging with bangers, no bodyguards, we all strapped, nigga. All truth, no lies, facts over feelings. We ain't gonna start something we can't finish. Google gang.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts press, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be, keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google, bang.
Jeter, gratitude is an attitude, cause this show is a blessing to be back in the black box as we blow us a session on my mama. Y'all know when time comes for me to get back to the OG white tee, I'm waiting on the shipment of Baymax streetwear. So if you are attracted toward any of the items you normally see me wear with the logos, you can go tap into those items at baymaxstreetwear.com. If you go to the website and you don't happen to see what you saw me wear that you are interested in, all you have to do is leave a private message with a screenshot of what you see me wear, and they will make it to order, because outside of the items that are listed as available, my partner Bumpton Breeze, Baymax Breeze, has a habit of getting creative and throwing me items that are not listed for sale. And a lot of time they spark a lot of attention, and people go there and they're disappointed by the fact that they don't see it. But that's the process of acquiring those type of items. However, we also have a whole slew of items available right here on the channel. Y'all don't know how long I've been wanting my channel to be able to show merch for sale right up under my content. And I've been a member of the YouTube partnership program for a number of years now. And when I go to my monetization section, I'm qualified for all portions of monetization historically, except for that option. And then YouTube, they have this habit of never giving you clear-cut directions on how you can rectify any situation. So I long have given up on the prospect of having my merch available right there on the channel. And then somehow recently clicking on the option to perhaps try to manipulate that scenario that I've clicked on multiple times. It didn't work for me. This time it took me all the way through the process. So we also have a lot of merch on my mama t-shirts, hoodies, tights for the ladies. We have phone covers, mugs, a whole assortment of items with a lot of our most common slogans available. You can find the store right here on the channel at Spotterloke Most Easty / YouTube.com / Spotterloke Most Easty. And I've noticed that on a lot of the content, you'll see items just automatically pop up, and that's something I've been wanting to see for a long time. So please tap in, get your issue. Yeah, I'm waiting on the regular everyday type content. Now I told you I was trying to make this a daily process of me coming in front of y'all, politicking, popping my sheet net, creating content long before content was such a common thing. My boy Big Trap, aka Crash, taught me the phrase that content is key. And I'll be damned, lo and behold, if it wasn't prophetic so far now in the future that, you know, if you try to say that to somebody like you know something, it's like you're the last one to know it. However, Crash gave me that phrase long before content was so obviously key. And everyone was calling themselves content creators, and content was an everyday word. Crash taught me content was key. And at that time, content was not a word that we even utilized to describe what we did on the internet. Cause it's sharp, always have been sharp, ahead of the time in my life. A lot of people give me credit for being that type of individual. But let me give you a little history on my partner, Crash. When I say Crash, you might not know him by that name. You might not know him by Big Trap, but you might know or be familiar with his platform, Trap Angeles, that he's been maintaining for quite a few years online. He does a lot of promo work. He does a lot of DJ management. He does graphics. He's one of the very last people I know that service the CD replication and duplication market. He is the originator, the inventor of what we know as digicards. You see a lot of people scanning their content and their information by barcode, not necessarily barcode, but that QR code. And it's a common thing now. But before anyone had ever done it, my partner, my brother, my friend, Crash Big Trap from Trap Angeles developed that technology, and he called it digicards. That's why in the last word song you hear me say, I hear her with a digicard. He termed it digicard. A lot of people have different names for the way they've manipulated the technology, but I want to make sure Crash get his flowers for being the inventor, the innovator, and the very, very, very first person that I can verify that came up with that technology. So he's the one that taught me content is key. I'm saying all that rambling, dambling, just trying to get to the point while I'm making content today on a subject matter that we probably wouldn't have tapped into. This probably won't be the last piece of content I create for today. The next one might not be live. Shout out to Nina Boy. He was trying to lace me on how, and I realized I can do the same thing I'm doing right now as a recording and not necessarily be live and then upload it for release. So I might react to at least one more piece of content. What was it on my mind that I had saw? It was something kind of interesting. I said, man, I could react to that as well. Let me give y'all a hint or a clue. And I think after I'm done with this live, I'm going to try my hand at doing a pre-recorded reaction to, what was it? Oh, yeah, TK Kirkland and Scruncho, cuz they beefing the comedians, cuz. Oh, blah, 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 blah. So I watched the M-Rec posted. I thought he was going to react. He didn't react. It was just the whole live of them going back and forth. Shout out to M-Rec. Go follow up the Rec Mob, M-Rec TV. That's my boy from the east side of the coast, in geographic, not East Coast crip. He from New York. Y'all know what time it is because he was one half of Forbes DVD with him and Doggy Diamonds. Historically is how they made their name in the game, but they've long since separated ways and both made their mark. And he just happened to be somebody I politic with, work with. I am a star in one of his latest episodes of the Spooky Hours series, available not only on his website but on Tubi. So please go tap in and check that out. But what has brought us here to the current moment is ESTG. Somebody, just from the way the story is gathered wings and legs on its own, I can imagine it's somebody that's popping. I'm not familiar with him as an individual, but he seems to be popping, relevant to a degree as to where he must have some type of deal of relevance, a major deal or independent presence that people appreciate, because he was on a pretty big platform. Shout out to Bootleg Kev. I do not personally know him, but I am aware that he's somewhat of a staple in this game. His name rings bells, whether you know why or not. You just know when you hear it, and you know the content that you've seen him involved in kind of substantiates itself. Shout out to BS Blue Smurf in the chat, my low on my mama. So this cat ESTG was on Bootleg Kev podcast, and for all purposes that I can gather, Bootleg Kev was giving him a quite respectful interview, doing what interview viewers do often, if not always, speaking on a little bit of history, giving him props, talking about his background, and what would be interesting to anyone under the face of the sun on this earth. If you're interviewing someone who is experiencing some success as an artist, and they also have had some success as an athlete in a high school, collegiate, or professional, at a professional, collegiate, or high school level, even if it might been Pop Warner, and there was evidence of it when you're researching an artist, it might be a relevant question. Not even might, it would be a question that anybody would understand. And I don't know if there's, I know the interview is a lot longer. I have a 2-minute clip that we're going to react to, but I don't know if there was more said before this moment that caused dude to be so triggered that he got up out the interview. But this seemed like a very respectful, predictable line of questioning. The answers could almost be considered rhetorical if he just went through the process of doing the interview. But from what we can gather, perceive, and ascertain, it seemed like this dude ESTG is going through some sort of identity crisis, because he entertains the conversation enough to confirm that he was involved in some type of high-level organized sports with some degree of success. But then he somehow, throughout the process, seems irritated enough to just exit the interview without announcing his exit. Seems highly unprofessional, extremely emotional. So we're going to just check it out, do a reaction. We ain't going to belabor it long and all that. But let's see what it do. Dan Tracy, good looking. Oh, my mama. Ain't seen that happen in a long time, especially that color. Much love, fam, bam. Oh, my mama, let me do this. I'm trying to get used to this screen share and all that. I think I need to do this. Bam. Okay, that'll help the presentation. Let's go. Let's check it out.
I've seen this picture of you at the NFL Combine.
Yeah.
Which
I don't give what happened after the NFL Combine. Anybody come from where we come from, you got to be proud of having yourself photographed as a participant that has to be invited to an elite event such as the NFL Combine. And if you went there, that means you could hit 225 upwards of 10 times on call. So you was a beast. That just describes you as a beast. Why would you not be proud of that? I don't get it.
Well, yeah, ain't seen no picture of no NFL.
Well, I saw you in like the NFL Combine looking like workout.
Yeah, like a workout.
Was that just a workout you were doing for a team?
I don't know.
That kid probably classified at the NFL Combine when he might not be fully aware that even from the high school level, athletes go to events similar to the NFL Combine that are not named that. So you might have seen him in that sort of an arena, and it wasn't the NFL Combine. It's probably why he don't want to just confirm that he participated in the NFL Combine.
How you see the picture? You ain't read the article that came with it?
I just saw a YouTube video where they were talking about you, and like I was just watching some of your high school highlights and your college shit. Like I saw like
what YouTube video you seen?
Dude, I don't know, man. It was like a YouTube video. It showed like you announcing that you're going to Indiana State. And
what's a YouTube video called?
I don't know.
Oh, my mama, I graduated high school, private high school at 17 and left in regular scheduled time to start college as a theology major in Huntsville, Alabama at 17. It didn't quite work out even for a full semester as, you know, my parents would have intended, or even that I would probably could say I would have intended. I did some bullshit and get over. But where's the shame? I don't understand the shame in your reality, why people attempt to change their past in order to create their future or their present. I just appreciate my whole journey, the reality of it all. Like, I don't understand. This kind of like perplexes me to a degree.
I just literally typed in ESTG football highlights, And I was like, damn, this dude was a beast. You played linebacker, right?
What do I got to do with
Dude, shout out right now to nephew Henley, Big U son, play linebacker at the moment for the Los Angeles Chargers. Just was drafted high in the latest draft. He's number 0. For those that know, that's crazy. But to be a linebacker at a high level of football, like Bootleg Kev just indicates that you a beast. And he's about to go on to describe himself as an outside linebacker. That means you're also tall, because that's like a DN. There's no shame in that. That means you are familiar with massive amounts of male body weight and strength, and that you are masterful in manipulating that and causing it to do what you want it to do. There's no shame in that. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm confused. Maybe he'll make it clear.
No, I'm just curious because I'm a big football fan. So like, I'm a huge football fan, and I find it fascinating that like you really like have like a real high level like football run. You know what I'm saying? Before the rap shit like took off. So yeah, I just think it's fast. That's obviously a part of your story. So I know it doesn't have anything to do with what's going on right now, but that's fair. I was gonna ask you like when it comes to, I remember when you signed with Gotti. I remember the viral moment where there was just all this cash, and at that time I feel like there was like a bidding war going on for ESTG at that moment. One, what made you rock with Gotti, and what is something over the last 2 or 3 years that you have learned?
Bootleg Kev, I don't know you, homie. You is like coordinated color wise with your hat, the backdrop, that pink fits with the red on your t-shirt, and the burgundy. I feel you. The light in your name. You're different from me pigment wise, but I want to say my brother, as a hip hop enthusiast similar to yourself, a content creator, interviewer, I can relate to exactly the face you're making at this moment. Oh, my mama. What the just happened? That line of question was extremely reasonable, respectful, and predictable, understandable, overstandable, understandable. And this dude, he must have lied to someone somewhere to such an extent that just even these simple softball questions betrayed the truth that he has portrayed somewhere. This is definitely an identity crisis. I kind of put that question in the title, just being sarcastic, not really realizing that it was going to boil down to this dude really is having an identity crisis. That's crazy. He bootleg as fuck. Oh, blah. Because you know how many, even the Gridiron Gang, legendary football film, family film, is sparked by juvenile delinquents that had excellent athletic skills. There is story upon story and account upon account of juvenile delinquents that saved themselves throughout the sports system, and then those that had the opportunities that didn't quite do it. If that is a portion of your reality, where is the shame in that? And if it's not your reality, why not sit there and correct it? I don't understand why he would leave. Look at that's fucked up. Look how he got Kev looking. That's fucked up. Oh, wow. Somebody said ESTG is one of the hardest out. I don't doubt that. I mean, talent wise, productivity, music wise, that may be true. But as an individual, somebody said, I wanted to read this comment because on my Instagram, when I posted the post for this live in the title, somebody commented, ESTG don't want to talk about his college days because he got arrested for drugs. He was facing 10 years and only got house arrest. He probably told on somebody. Very interesting.
Well, for the very first time in Bootleg Hip podcast history, we had someone walk off of the set. Interesting.
He fucked up. Look, I feel you.
Oh, well, there's the ESTG interview that he was 2 hours late for.
It's probably more viral now than it would have been if had he stayed and completed the interview professionally the way that you intended and the way he projected himself to be there to do so. However, you know, emotions do cause people to do things that are unexpected, irrational, and, you know, sometimes we can't predict that, and we are in the facts over feeling factory. So we don't give a fuck about his feeling. The fact is, he failed at completing that interview to a substantial degree without cause. He owes an explanation to all those who tapped in to see what he had to say in the first place, because he was there to serve a purpose, and that purpose was not served, and we have no explanation. I saw no disrespect, and I'm not above or beyond realizing I might be missing something. So ESTG, please give us the pieces to the puzzle that are not present, that are not apparent, because I don't want to cause a false judgment. But you know what? Like I said, I ain't gonna make this last long. This might not be the last one to the day. I'm trying to get in the rhythm. Appreciate y'all. Do me a favor. Remember at all times that gratitude is the attitude. Jeter. And we try to be about our marathon at all costs. It's facts over feelings. We keep it at Google, not just 100, 1,000, or 1,000,000. We keep it at Google. That's on my mama. In our pursuit to get to the bottom line. Stay up.
Nightwood Net Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddamn it, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake show with goddamn it, the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch. My name is Spider Low. Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low. Spider Low, that's my nigga.
Spider Low. Spider Low. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
You are now in the black box with the homie Spider Low, the most eastiest. Facts over feelings, keeping it a Google Plex. Feel my campaign.
Spider Low, wake and bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me a bag. 97 ways we gon' live it. Bay Mac in the building. 97 ways we gon' live it. We gon' live it. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me a bag.
100,000 feel like something when you're thumbing through it. Done it when some would say one would be dumb to do it. Running circles round rappers on their last lap. PayPal perhaps. Ass cap the cash app. Ass app is how I expect the next direct deposit. Positivity love phone posits. Check the closet. To say we touching paper is an understatement. Underground label running late. Tell them run the payment. Executive decisions. Check the balance. Time to monetize the talents. I accept the challenge. Memory a crazy tune. 111 days. Local for my days. 97 ways.
97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me a bag. 97 ways we gon' live it. 97 ways we gon' live it. We gon' live it. 97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me a bag.
Unable to fake it, fuck how they take it. Heard about the meeting, I was able to make it. Just sick of watching Sherm heads squabble each other while the judge steady handing out lottery numbers. It go down year round, ain't gotta be summer. Life's a bitch and niggas never get apologies from her. Dumber, big and little homies frequently locking. Don't see no other options, that's the reason they flocking. SPI ain't the nigga, how you figure fat? Gift the gab, every gig get a bigger bag. Either name your price or it's appropriation. Finesse game, nigga nice with negotiations.
97 ways we gon' live it. You can't tell me shit about my crippin'. I done been a loco my living. Now it's time to chase me a bag. 97 ways we gon' live it. Bay Mac in the building. 97 ways we gon' live it.
Google gang, straight legend. Google gang, SBI. Google gang, Google gang ain't here. You better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts press, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts press, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google, baby.
Bottom line, love life, show us a blessing. Pull up politic and blow us a session. Spot a local most easty. No mistaking the station. They making them statements. We waking and baking. Word of the day, EC on replay. The marijuana-thon with VJ Keyway, BS and BS. Killing on the track in the black box. We never put feelings over facts. Bay Machiavelli, run me the bread. I don't get mad, I get money instead. I be high, you can tell by a nigga eyes. But wise enough to enterprise, you dig a lies. Contemplating with the Google gang, conversating. Counting coins while these cowards in the comments hating. Only thing count, I count getting another comma. I'm a magnet to the money on my mother mama.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts press, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts press, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google gang.
You can't keep it a Google, then don't mention me. Run a check through the set, I bet them niggas mention me. Red Bull and Hennessy, I keep the same energy. No matter on a solo or a couple homies with me. Tell them come get me if they want confrontation. I keep a couple shooters with me. And we right here waiting on shit to pop off. Take a nigga top off, you tempt me. All that BS, you can miss me. Slide down Century, doing about 60 in the gutter lane. Faded off yak and drop the pistol, hopping out the rain. I won't change, keep it a Google the only way. Mention me, I come out and play. That's on the gang. We're not the same. I ain't nothing like these rap niggas. Hanging with bangers, no bodyguards, we all strapped, nigga. All truth, no lies, facts over feelings. We ain't gonna start something we can't finish. Google gang.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts press, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts press, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google.